Let's be honest, guys. Looks matter. Look, if you deal with acne, redness, dark spots, or wrinkles, you know finding an effective treatment can be complicated. Our friends at Roman once again have stepped up and created a customized prescription skincare solution that truly performs. Roman offers a free online consultation with a U.S. licensed physician. If you're a good candidate, the doctor will prescribe a custom blended treatment based on your skin type that will be sent directly to you with free 2-day shipping. You will have unlimited follow-ups with the doctor. If you need to make a change or you just have questions, there are no commitments. You can cancel anytime. Go to getroman.com/chaelskin and try a 3-month of nightly defense for just $5. Remember, it's free to chat with a doctor, and your first order is just $5. That's getroman.com/chaelskin. Eligibility requirements and additional terms apply. Guys, I got to tell you, I don't know if there's anybody in the sport in a period of time who I have found more interesting than Khamzat Chimaev. Now, to be interesting is a totally different compliment to give a guy. To call a guy tough, they're all tough. To call a guy a contender, there's a lot of contenders. There's 10 of them in every division. To call a guy interesting is totally different, and there's so many questions that I need to have answered that I want to ask Khamzat. So I thought, why don't I do that? Why don't we get a hold of Chimaev, and I'm going to ask him some questions. And with that said, we are joined by Khamzat Chimaev. Chimaev, what's going on, buddy?
Everything is good, brother.
Where are you? It looks like you're outside somewhere enjoying the weather.
It was fighting here, bro. Brave fights was here. Too many people inside. I come out, brother.
Are you in Sweden?
Yes, of course, brother.
Well, let me start with that, by the way. How did you end up in Sweden? So you're from Chechnya, but you're training and living in Sweden. How did that move happen?
Because my brother, he come to here 10 years ago. He was living here. He get papers from Sweden. He was working here. Then he take all families. Me, my family, my mother, like everybody live here now. We get also papers in Sweden.
So your background, by example, when did you start in sports, and what sport did you start in? Do you have it looks like you spent some time in a wrestling room, I trust.
Yeah, I started with wrestling when I was 5 years. My old brother, he was a good wrestler. Then I was with him. I started with him. My English so bad, brother. Sorry.
You know what?
I started with the wrestling, brother.
I'm understanding you sound great, but that was in Chechnya. So did you ever get over and train with some of the Dagestani athletes?
Yeah, of course, brother. In Chechnya, it's close to Chechnya, Dagestan. It's like same country, brother. Everybody train together and compete.
Take Khabib specifically. You've paid a lot of respect and homage to Khabib. Were you ever in the practice room with Khabib?
No, never, but I want to do this.
Okay. Now, I have to tell you of the way you burst on the scene last week, and congratulations on those victories, but you did do it in reverse order. You started at 185. You lost 15 pounds in 9 days. What is your weight class? What are we going to see you excel at, 85 or 170?
I think more you will see me 170, but if they give me good fight, both weight, I can fight, brother. It's no problem.
Dana White's been open to say that he wants to get you back in there quickly. In fact, I believe he said 30 days, and that was like 7 days ago. So, do you have an opponent coming up?
I don't know, brother. I train every day. When I come back to Sweden, I start directly training, brother. I train hard again. I want to just they give me one opponent. That's smash.
All right. Hey, give me an update, if you will, on Gustafsson. How is Gus physically, and how is Gus mentally right now?
Yeah, he's okay. Shit happens, brother. It's happened with Alex. But I think he come back soon also.
When you look at 170 pounds and you look at Usman and you look at Gilbert Burns, who do you see is going to win that match? Do you have a prediction?
I think he's going to go 4 or 5 rounds, and I think Usman will win this fight with decision. Yeah, we will see more clinch and wrestling like Usman do.
And there was also a speculation about a week ago, as there's a fight coming up for you soon. We've been told that. At the same day that we were told that, Donald Cerrone announced that he has began training camp. Have you heard any rumors about you and Cowboy being matched up?
No, nothing, brother. I will be happy if they give me him. He have a good name, but for me, he's easy fighter. Easy wins. I think first, second round, I'm gonna finish him.
All right, Khamzat Chimaev, I really appreciate the time, man. I'm looking forward to your career. Do you have anything you want to get off your chest? Anything you want to tell us?
No, brother. I want to fight only. Fight. I love the fight. I want to fight. Smash somebody. Take money. I'm at the UFC, brother. Everybody, I'm gonna take the both belt soon. Nobody true. I can beat everybody. I can beat. I know, bro. I can smash everybody in the UFC.
Well, we're gonna find out soon enough. Good luck with your career. Thank you for the time.
Thank you very much, brother.
All right, guys. Khamzat Chimaev. Now, I apologize. I know what you guys are thinking. You're thinking, Chael, why'd you make that so quick? Well, I was having a bit of a connection issue. Khamzat looked like he was outside. In fact, he said something about that. I think he said in his very first comment that he was somewhere watching fights or somewhere at a fight. Maybe there was a fight in Sweden. And he said, so I stepped outside. At any rate, I could kind of hear some noise going around. I felt like there were some cars and some passerby. So essentially, we're going to have to reconnect with him. But I did get two questions that I just wanted to ask him out of the way. So if we reflect back on that, first off, I was just curious on a personal level how he got from Chechnya to Sweden. And I know that can be very tricky, particularly youthful in age, young. How do you go from one country and territory to another? So he said his brother went, he was able to get some papers, boom, he's in Sweden. All right. Something you guys would probably find more interesting is there anything to the speculation of him versus Cowboy? He told us no. That's the first time I've ever met him, ever seen him, ever visited with him. I suspect he would give us the answer or just say, look, I can't answer that right now. There is still yet no choice but to believe perhaps he is not able to tell us. And I would think that that is not what we should default to. I think what we should trust in is what he said, which is, no, I don't have an opponent. I would really like a name opponent like Donald, but I don't have an opponent. I tend to think that that is accurate. And I would also think and this is in conjunction with where this rumor came from. Okay, Dana tells us that Chimaev's going to get a fight within 30 days. Very next day, if not same day, Donald Cerrone goes on social media and says, I began training camp. That's it. There was no other evidence, but point being, if they were going to fight, Chimaev would know by now. So the fact that he's telling us no, I think we can put that one to rest, which is just fine with me, but it does force us to look at who are the other suspects. I think we got another good clue there, which is when it came to the weight class. Hey, what weight is it that you really want to focus on contesting and contending for a championship in? He said 170 pounds. But I think that's very relevant. Because if we're going to guess who is going to be next in line for him, I think if we start to stare at 170, it gives us a pretty good indication.